Here tonight, our I-Team investigates the growing alligator population near Lake Kissimmee State Park in Polk County.
I feel like I am living in an alligator farm that shouldn't exist in a public lake.
Investigative reporter Adam Walser took a look into complaints that the state of Florida has allowed the gator population to explode, possibly because there's so much money to be made.
That's right, and that includes alligator hides, their meat, even their eggs. These concerns came to Adam's attention after 3 people visiting the state park were attacked, and one person even died.
We have 2 people bit by alligators.
The 911 call came from Lake Kissimmee State Park, where Christiane Salvador from Texas was bitten by an alligator.
The woman's arm is really badly bitten.
The gator grabbed Salvador's paddle, flipping the kayak upside down.
A tearing wound, a puncture wound. She's going into shock. She's in real pain. She's in a lot of pain.
A second kayaker swam to the alligator as it attacked Salvador, stuck his fingers deep into the gator's eyes, and slipped out of his life jacket just as the gator grabbed it.
The last we saw, you had the guy's life jacket.
Trappers located and killed this 8-foot alligator the next day. Then on May 6th,
You're attacked by a gator. He took my canoe over and he's got my wife.
David Diekman called 911 from the same state park. He and his wife Cynthia were avid canoeists from Michigan, according to Cynthia's Instagram page, where she posted pictures of alligators. One photo showed a warning sign with the caption, "Hoping for the best."
It's just that I watched her die.
Michelle Smith lives a few miles away from where it happened. Do you feel like that these 2 incidents this past year on Lake Kissimmee were just bad luck?
No, it's not just bad luck. It's directly due to the overpopulation of gators in Lake Kissimmee.
Smith snapped these photos documenting the huge alligators in her yard.
And here's one of the many massive gators.
The Florida Wildlife Commission estimates there are more than 16,000 alligators in Lake Kissimmee, making it Florida's second most alligator-infested lake. What's it feel like if you're walking around here at dusk on your own property?
I don't do it because it's not safe.
Smith believes FWC is allowing the population to explode. These naturally occurring floating islands called tussocks, managed by FWC, are creating more habitat for gators to nest, including a tussock that crashed into Michelle's dock after last year's hurricanes.
They're refusing to remove the floating islands, which means there's going to be more alligator nests and eggs on the floating islands.
Michelle called us after she spotted a crew using a helicopter and an airboat in July to collect eggs from alligator nests. At Camp Mac, a mobile home resort down the road from the state park, alligators are part of daily life.
There's a lot of gators, and there's a lot of big ones, too.
Paul Key participates in a lottery program to hunt gators each year. Applicants enter into a drawing to be awarded permits or tags to kill up to 2 gators a year from specified bodies of water. State biologists determine how many gators can be taken from each location based on alligator populations.
You're allowed 2 gators per season, and that's it.
And you think that the way it is now is not enough to really control the population?
No, there's some big gators out there still.
Because most hunters want big gators, 80% of gators killed last year were male. But the population would be controlled better if more female gators were removed.
They are not being controlled, and they have only issued 100 gator tags for 2025.
Only 101 tags were allotted for Lake Kissimmee, down from 155 in 2022 and 264 in 2020. FWC wouldn't do an interview, but at a press conference following the fatal attack said overall tag allotments across the state have increased.
We did increase just this year the allotment for our statewide alligator hunt by 1,000 tags. And along with our statewide nuisance alligator program, we've taken up to 15,000 alligators out of the wild this past year.
That's just 1.1% of the state's estimated 1.3 million alligators.
In here, this is my permit.
Alan Register is one of 30 Florida alligator farmers selected by the state to collect eggs from public land. He and his wife Patty own Gatorama, a third-generation alligator farm and roadside attraction in Glades County, which holds a hatching festival each August.
Here are the places that we're allowed to go.
Alan's crew was the one Michelle spotted.
There's Lake Kissimmee,
Lake Kissimmee
179 marked nests.
Yeah, we collected these nests here.
Alan pays tens of thousands of dollars in expenses before he earns a dime for helicopter rental, salaries, food, gas, and lodging for the month-long season. An FWC biologist is required to accompany his crew.
We spot the nest with the helicopter. We radio down, give them a direct route. They collect the eggs and they go out the same way.
Alan says his team can gather eggs in minutes, even when they encounter gators.
Does that make Mama Gator pretty mad sometimes when he
Sometimes she'll get aggressive.
The farmers pay the state $5 for each egg collected from public land. Proceeds fund alligator conservation and alligator product marketing.
This is where all the eggs end up, huh?
This is where the eggs end up, yep.
Eggs are brought to incubators where they start hatching in mid-August.
And I'm listening for chirping.
Alan started this season with 4,825 eggs.
So some of these guys here have already hatched out.
So they get to join their friends over there in the pond?
Their brothers and sisters and cousins.
He hands me an egg that's ready to hatch.
Right there where he's already broken the shell, just kind of crack that. You're not going to hurt him at all.
I help remove the shell, and a minute later...
You can hold his tail in there.
He's like a little gymnast, isn't he?
Yeah, and then we'll just we'll get his head to poke out, and there
he goes.
The little gator takes its first breath.
I'm going to name him Adam, the alligator.
Alan said little Adam could end up on display at Gatorama.
Come on, Gators, let's go!
Which attracts thousands of visitors each year. Little Adam will likely be sold to another alligator farm, where he will be raised and later processed for his meat. But the real value of alligators is in their hides.
This is the end goal, right? Something like that?
Yep. Yeah.
Was that one of your gators?
Oh, yeah.
They're used to make high-end footwear, belts, and purses. Manufacturers prefer farm-raised alligators because they are free of nicks, scars, and blemishes found on gators raised in the wild.
It's probably a 22, 24 centimeter skin.
This small hide retails for $385.
Who are the buyers of these alligators?
You know, you've got Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Hermes.
Coming from the swamps of Florida and ended up on the runways of Italy, right?
Yeah, I would say so, yeah, for sure.
Another buyer, Prada, sued a Florida alligator farm, alleging the business failed to produce enough hides. The lawsuit says Prada fronted the farm $1.2 million for 12,000 live hatchlings, a price of $100 each. Last year, Florida farmers produced 26,000 hides, valued at almost $5 million. But Michelle Smith says with 3 attacks in 2 months, the price on Lake Kissimmee is too high.
If they were committed to public safety, they would not be using our lakes, our public lakes, to harvest alligator eggs, utilizing them as alligator farms to benefit private corporations.
Reporting from Polk County, I'm I-Team investigator Adam Walser with photojournalist Matt McGlashan, Tampa Bay 28.
So do you know what to do if you come into contact with an alligator? To see a list of tips and more information about Florida's alligator management program, go to our website, tampabay28.com.